Asshole with a fucking shield. Holy crap, guys. I made it to Mississippi. I was kind of known as the Seattle game developer, but I had a manager for a little while, and she really helped me, and she suggested that I get the hell out of town. A lot of people were learning that I was the owner of Delve Games, that I was the GreenShamanCowboy, and I'm not sure if anyone who watches my videos has noticed that I had a pretty big hit at one point. It was Super Mario Odyssey the movie. Overnight I got 2.6 thousand views, and then every Mario Odyssey after that kept getting views, and something bad happened to the footage, and I was gonna have to go back and beat the game again. And I think the only thing that's really going to get too many views is Super Mario Odyssey the movie, because the algorithm, or people are just waiting to watch it, even though I keep uploading. Well, my manager said, you gotta get out of town.
Go ahead, don't be a nitwit.
You gotta get far away from here and find a really nice apartment. You gotta get out of Seattle. You're gonna be way too big of a deal soon. I said, what do you mean? She said, you can even announce it on YouTube. In the next couple months, something big's gonna happen. So, I got out of town. I was making way too much noise being the owner of a video game company and being kind of a star on YouTube. So, apparently something big's gonna happen in the next couple months. In the meantime, In the meantime, sorry about that, I'm just going to keep uploading, and I want to say one other thing, because since I'm the owner of Delve Games, and my first game is ready to go, it's ready to be sold, every person I got to talk to who makes video games, and I don't want to say any names, but I was lucky enough to talk to a few people who make video games professionally, and I said, this is what I want to do, and they said, that's not going to work, that's not going to work, that's not going to work, with a big smile on their face, basically. I was like, fuck you, of course it's going to work, I'm not goddamn good. Like, you're also wrong. If you think your first game's going to come out on this day, it so is not true. It's just not going to come out that day. I said, why not? Game's going to be finished. It's going up online. I'm going to sell books with every single game that comes out. And they said, that's an awesome idea. You know exactly how it's going to work? I said, yeah. And I told them exactly how it worked, and I said, it's going to work just fine. And they said, because you're making video games, it's not going to come out that day. And that's just not going to work. You just wait and see it happen, because you're going to have to figure something else out. And you're going to have to tell your fans at some point that the game is going to be delayed. So, of course, Werewolf was just about finished, and then the game crashed beyond the point of repair. So I have to remake Werewolf from scratch, from hand. Every level I had is gone. Every part of the game is gone because the game crashed. Myth was doing really well, and then the game crashed. Now the Johnny Boy, the first official title, is in full 3D. It's ready to be put on the internet, but because I had to drive across the country, and because it took me an extra day to get here, and because I was told that if I returned the car I rented to drive here, without a full tank of gas, I wouldn't get charged for it. But of course I dropped off the car with less than half a tank of gas, and they charged me $83. So I was supposed to have $200 enrolled in the town, mostly so I could put Johnny Boy up on the internet this month, on Steam, so you could buy my first official Dell game that I made. But of course, I returned the car with less than half a tank of gas, and they charged me $83. And it took me an extra day to get here because there was a horrible wreck on the highway. I was just sitting on the highway for about 9 hours. So I rolled into town at 3 a.m. The next day. I was supposed to be here on the 6th. I got here the 7th at 3 a.m. because I drove like hell. And I got charged an extra $100 in the car. So I was supposed to have $200 this month, which is not that much, which never happens to me. But now I have 97 cents. So everyone I talked to at Bethesda, I talked to 2 people at Nintendo, because I didn't know if I should sell my video game ideas or just go on my own. And people at Bethesda and Nintendo said, you should make your own company. And they were right. The books for my video game should have been up in pre-order by now. And the only reason you can't pre-order the novels for the games, Dell Games, like I promised on the website, is because the website will not, it's just not working. It's saying take a picture of the front and the back of your driver's license. So I do that, and it's like loading, and then the screen flashes and says upload a picture of your ID. So it doesn't even register my ID. Or else my books would be ready to be pre-ordered and bought. You already have your book by now. And because I had to drive across country because my roommate came home on the 15th of last month, they said, hey, guess what? You have about 10 days to find a new place to live. And I said, what? They said, yeah, I'm just moving back with my parents. And I said, oh. So I had 15 days to find a new apartment, which is expensive. That was about $1,700 to get a new apartment. So, like I said, my manager told me I need to get out of town anyway. So $1,700 for my brand new apartment to move in and live here for 1 month, rent paid, signed the lease for a year. I'm kind of like in a gated community in a really nice college town. It's beautiful. I have a pool outside. And it was another $1,300 to drive here. That's just a horrible reality. If I had 30 to 60 days to find the apartment, I would not be in this situation. So I was going to have $200 when I got here. I was going to be okay. Instead, I had $43 for groceries and necessities. And I had 97 cents to my name for 21 or 24 days. I have no family. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. As I sit here working upload. Because the very first Delve game was supposed to release this month. But I have no money to upload it to Steam. It costs over $100 to process your game and be put on Steam. So everything goes wrong. So everyone, I talked to 5 or 6 people from Bethesda about my game ideas. They lost their minds. They didn't really listen to me. They were too excited because I was too cool because we were drinking whiskey. Because I was the GreenShamanCowboy. And they said, go off and make your own company. And you gotta know, especially with your first game, if it comes out August 24th, it's not coming out until next year. And Nintendo said the same thing. They were all very nice. They said, you're not going to keep a single promise to your fans. You're going to have to apologize. I said, no way. Everything's going to go smoothly. It's just going to come out. I'm not going to work that hard. I'm not trying to insult anyone with video games. It's just going to work. I was very arrogant. Because I knew I wouldn't disappoint you guys. I'm not a big company. I'm the only employee. But you play the games. They're going to be very fun. And they said, every single game's going to have a delay. Even if it's up to a year. And, fuck, they were right. And, I knew it was gonna have to have some delay. I knew it happened. But the rate I was going, everything was fine, and then pressed one button, the game would never load. All the enemies stopped shooting. Enemies wouldn't walk around anymore, even though the game worked fine for 2 weeks. You gotta scrap it. Restart. Figure out what's going on. Like I said, one decimal out of place with the coding. Holy shit. I'm so very sorry that I only have 97 cents to my name, or else you'd all be able to play the Ballad of Johnny Boy this month. When it came out on the 22nd, like I promised on my website. I just feel horrible. Everything went wrong. Imagine if you had Imagine if you had a pretty good setup, you had been saving for about 2 or 3 years, and then you thought you had at least 3 months to find your own place anyway, because you were sick of your roommate. So, on the 15th of the month, and there's only 30 days in the month, they're like, I'm moving back with my parents. You have 15 days to find an apartment. So $1,700 to move in and apply for the apartment, and to pay to move into the apartment, and another $1,200, not $300, $1,300 to drive across the country because you had to put everything you own in the back of a car and drive. It took 4 days to get here across 8 different states. Basically all on my own. There was no one in the car with me. I was all by myself. Basically listening to the Halo theme song and the Sonic Adventure 2 songs, We'll Escape from the City, and Celebration of the Lizard by the Doors. But I made it to Mississippi. I have a place to live. I had $43 when I got into town. I had to sell a PlayStation on my way here just to be able to make it, because I have no family that will help me. So guys, I'm safe. 12 Games has been delayed. 1 more month. I'm so very sorry.